Hello and welcome to Web3 TV. My name is Lisa Amnagard, reporting live from the Finext conference held here in Dubai. Joining me right now is Elena, Overchuk, COO from Kyndryl. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for inviting.
And how are you today?
I'm doing fine, thank you. After the panelist discussion, it was very inspiring to see other women, presenting on the stage and having the same ideas about the fintech that I had before.
And Kyndryl is a startup. Well, I can say it's a larger startup. I know you have almost 100,000 employees working for you. But tell me a little bit about, you come from a financial background, spending many, many years working with big financial institutions. What made you start Kyndryl, and what kind of opportunities did you see in the fintech space?
Oh, sure. So Kyndryl is one of the biggest spin-offs. So we spun off from IBM in 2021. And as you rightly said, we're one of the biggest startups. So we have around 90,000 to close to 100,000 employees around the world. And why did I join Kyndryl and why did we start it all over again? Because before we were very attached to the IBM and to their hardware and software environment. And currently Kyndryl can provide the services in the space of migrating Amazon, migrating to Google Cloud, migrating to Microsoft and so on. So it gives us more opportunity and wider space where we can influence, as you said, like rightly, banks in the fintech industry. We're also performing for the airlines here. And I think it gives us more freedom in terms of the technology that we use and more space to bring this value add from, I think, 80,000 of these 90,000 is engineers. So basically, we are bringing the brain into the structure of banks and so on. So in order for us to be the successful startup, we needed to expand our technology, and that's what we successfully did over the last 2 years. Yeah.
And technology is evolving so fast. So what kind of technology is required right now for these types of businesses?
Mm-hmm. Again, I can say from the IT perspective, moving to cloud was one of the biggest things that happened in the IT industry over the last few years. Right now, what we hear, it's more about Gen AI and how we can adapt the artificial intelligence to run our processes and our systems faster in more secure and more productive way. And it's just developing not with a matter of years, it's in a matter of months. We can see new technologies come up as the DeepSeek, what is the next ChatGPT, and what are the threats plus the opportunities that it is bringing. So from Kyndryl, we are making sure that all of the IT systems, so the infrastructure, the base layer of all of the companies, security where your operations are running. For example, one of our biggest clients, one of the biggest banks in Saudi. So all of their enterprises and the Saudi people data are on the servers, right, running their salaries on a day-to-day basis. So we need to ensure this is secured. This is running as per SLA 99.9. And second, it's on the innovative stage. So for example, when we show it to the COO or CFOs, they see it from observability perspective. It's not just layers and codes and things. It's called Kyndryl Bridge. So you can see exactly at the any specific time which system is down and what is the company doing to fix it. So it's really like a dashboard that provides you real-time data to see where your systems are not performing and how fast we can fix them.
And that's probably one of the most important things right now when it comes to the fintech space, when it comes around security and trust. So
exactly.
How do you kind of make sure that your product is so good that people can trust it?
Mm-hmm. Again, because we are in services, so our biggest assets is people. So this 80,000 employees, we have, I don't know, thousands of certification every year. We're ensuring, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 supports are covered. So for example, when you have something broken up on your app in the banking application, you will call first layer 1, and then layer 2, layer 3 will fix like the hardest issues. We talked with you about recent CrowdStrike, right, for the airlines. So how fast, and this is showing our competitive advantage, how fast we can fix the system to run as smoothly as it can, right, to ensure the flights are done on time and so on. So yeah, I think we have a competitive advantage is the people, plus the technology, plus the opportunity to implement, to migrate, for example, cloud from Microsoft, Google, all the hyperscalers, and they're top-notch in the industry. So we are dealing with the top-notch companies in order to bring the best service for the customers.
Which is it's speed as well. So exactly. I think that's what people are really looking at today.
Yep.
And you're also one of the speakers here today. So I just wanted to touch on what kind of conversations did you really want to push forward now going forward in 2025?
Sure, and so my panelist was Women in FinTech, and I was sitting with incredible women right at the panel. They are founders of their FinTech startups. One was former from MasterCard, right, and I'm from Kyndryl. The topic was how do we pursue for women the leadership roles, the C-suite in IT and FinTech, which is male-dominated predominantly, right, space. And the ideas were the same between all of us that first we need to ensure sponsorship and mentorship within the organizations because you cannot get, to the levels next if you're not supported by some, doesn't matter male or female, but you need to have this career conversations and not only conversation and advice, but also the opportunities that they bring to you. So for example, if they know, the next position is opening and you have the credibility and trust that you build throughout the years to prove that you can get the things done, then you should ensure that you are next in line. And that's what sponsor/mentor will do for you.
And I just want to talk a little bit more about AI before we round off this interview. How are you mentioned earlier about you're using AI agents, but where do you see AI providing the most or biggest solutions for Kyndryl in your company?
I think from the AI, as we talked about, that I see it more in the observability space. So basically, how fast you can transform the data into the meaningful insights for the top layer of the corporation. So for example, if you're CEO of the bank or CFO of the bank, you need to see how many transactions per second are done seamlessly and how many of them, for example, are falling down to, I say, 97% availability. Your ATM machines. What is the availability of the ATM machines like? If it's 97, not good enough, right? Because then you're using every dollar when the machine is not available. So basically, that's what the AI can provide to you. So it's learning by doing. So if the mistakes happen, the next layer, the next iteration will already pick up the mistakes and do it in the right way. So for me, this is like the dashboarding, AI ops, observability, SLAs. You see, all of the IT SLAs, for example, as we do in Kyndryl. You can see them at any moment in time. And I think it's, as you rightly said before, speed, accessibility to the data, and right insights from this data. That's what we bring. And I think Kyndryl has advantage because we have so many companies around the world, so we can see it. Or it happened, for example, in Air Japan, so we can see does it happen in Emirates or not. So that's what I think.
Because it learns from more data.
It learns by doing, exactly. Yeah. It's learning by doing, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lisa.
And I'll be bringing you more interviews. My name is Lisa Amdegard, and you're watching Web3 TV.
Thank you.